evening, everybody. Welcome back to Upper St. Clair High School. It's girls volleyball night. Sorry for the late start there. My name is Kevin McGahey, and I'll be with you tonight. And the videographer for me tonight is Mr. Doug Williams. And as you saw, Rachel Jones for the Panthers started off with the first serve, and that was a successful point. We have the Connellsville Falcons in tonight, and I'll get their lineup set in just a few minutes. Well, that kind of evens things up. Number one for Connellsville is Lauren Harvey. She's a freshman outside hitter. It's a very young team for the Connellsville Falcons. They only have one senior on the entire squad. Lots of freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Number 15 steps up to do the serving. That's Cassie Show. She's indeed the only senior on the squad we'll see tonight. From the left side, that is Casey Perriman off the tip and into the hands of the Connellsville Falcons. Lauren Harvey again, and at the net. Handled, defended well by the Panthers. Well, Susan McLean, the senior number 13, had a pretty good look at that. She hammers that into the net, and it's the Connellsville Falcons with an early 2-1 lead. Cassie Show again, the senior outside hitter, back for the serving for the Falcons. Top spin serve. Nicely done by Maggie Slowey for the Panthers. First successful kill tonight for Maggie. She is a sophomore and gets the hitting chores. She gets a lot of playing time, and you will hear her name announced a lot. Senior Rachel Broadland, number 22, steps up for the serving for the Panthers. Early in set number, well, early game jitters. I imagine she wishes she had that back, but such as it is a service error, and it's a 3-2 Connellsville lead with Caitlin Williams, number 5. She's a freshman, and the setter doing the serving for Connellsville. Slicing attack did not fool the Falcons. Comes back, no power that time. 13 is Heidi Janes. She's got the libero jersey, and Casey Perriman just sort of floating it. I'm sure she wanted to hit that with a little more power. She got under it with a backspin, floated it, and it falls right in the middle of the Connellsville defense, and it is 3-3 here in set number 1. There's Maggie Slow with a hard driving serve. Falcons, Lauren Harvey lofts it back over. There's the slide play. We haven't seen that. That's about the first time we've seen that this year. Be watching for that. Casey Perriman snuck behind Susan McLean as the setter. She back set it over her head. They called it the slide play, and the slicing attack works nearly every time it's tried, and that is 2 successful kills for Casey Perriman. Maggie Slow, top spin serve, and that will go for an ace. Rattles off the hands of junior Heidi Janes. And it's a 5-3 Panther lead. Top spin serve, Heidi Janes does get that one now for Connellsville, and a hard driving attack. Dug out of there. Madison Stromberg just tipping the ball over the net off the block, and Madison Stromberg with her first credit for a point tonight. And now the Panthers early in set number 1 have doubled up Connellsville 6-3. Well, from the back row, no power, but the Falcons do keep the ball in play. Casey Perriman hammering the ball down to the court, and a vicious dunk kill by Casey Perriman, her third already in set number 1, and it's a 7-3 Panther lead. Maggie Slowey was just going to tap that one over the net. Didn't quite make it that far. That's 2 service errors. That one sends it right back to Connellsville. They trail by 3. It's still early in set number 1. These sets go to 25 points. You win it by 2, and it's a best-of-5 match. Those rules have not changed since we last talked, but that number 28 serve off Kat Healy, junior middle hitter, comes wide right here toward the stands, and that's what, well, you hear me say it, the serving gods giveth and they taketh away. Service errors each, and it's an 8-4 Panther lead with senior Casey Perriman stepping back to do the serving. Little backspin number. That almost was a service ace, and I guess you could call it that because it doesn't get returned back in play. It lands out of bounds. The Falcons got to it, got under it for a nice dig, but not enough to keep the ball in play, and it's a 5-point Panther lead at 9-4. Left side to number 12. That is Makisa Solomon. Madison Stromberg floated one that Connellsville got to. Susan McLean on the 2-ball. Does fool. Well, I had to wait on that one. Susan McLean tapped the ball over on the second touch. Usually that's a set to an attacker, but this time Susan McLean lofted it over, and that was a successful point, her first of the night. Casey Perriman continues with that serve, and it's a 6-point Panther lead at 10-4. Once again, Connellsville keeping the ball in play, but not setting up for an attack like Madison Stromberg's about to get. Well, it didn't come back, but it was a net violation. Apparently, number 23, that's Tori Martucci for Connellsville, was in the net. You touch the net, that's a violation, a dead ball, and a point for the non-offending team. That's exactly what happened. And Casey Perriman continues with the serve. Top spin serve. Handled by the Falcons. No power with the attack. But Madison Stromberg with a chance. Does indeed fool the Falcons. Madison Stromberg. It's never, not really how hard you hit him, it is where. And that was good placement on the slicing, soft attack by Madison Stromberg to widen that Upper St. Clair lead to 8 at 12-4. From the back row. And hammering it into the net was number 15, Cassie Show. She's the lone senior on the squad. And it's a nice little run right here for the Panthers. It's a 9-point lead now at 13-4. Casey Perriman still in the back row with the serve. The 2-ball touch did not work for the Falcons, and Madison Stromberg one more. Light touch, covered nicely. Susan McLean. That was a nice right back to the back left corner. Nicely actually executed by the Connellsville Falcons to break that string of St. Clair points. Substitution number 1, Lauren Harvey, goes out. And the first time we've seen junior Molly Matthews. She plays defense and heads right to the serve. Susan McLean with a set, and it's Kelsey Mahenko this time. Finding an open spot in the back row, Kelsey Mahenko, sophomore middle player, with her first kill tonight. That lead is back to 9 for the Panthers at 14-5. Little hop serve by Susan McLean. Does not fool the Lady Falcons. Oh, that one comes back with power. Rattles off the wrist of Rachel Jones, the libero number 21. And that's the first real attack with power we've seen for Connellsville tonight. It is successful. They get one back, and the lead is down to 8. It's 14-6 Panthers. Still set number 1. Soft top spin serve. Susan McLean, the short set to Kelsey Mahenko, lands in. That's not quite how, I'm sure it's not quite how Kelsey had planned it, but it works just the same. That's a kill and another point and side out for the Panthers. Madison Stromberg now, senior number 8. Back to the serve for the Lady Panthers. Hard driving top spin serve. Into the St. Clair block, and again Rachel Jones to the front. Overpass and what didn't harm the Panthers. Madison Stromberg just hoisting the ball over the net. And from the left side, that is Cassie Show, the senior. Finds an open spot just inside the back line, and that side out and point Lady Falcons. Heidi James, the junior libero. Easy serve. Maggie slowly picks that one up. The Susan McLean set, and Rachel Broadland hits it right into the Connellsville block. Seven-point Panther lead. It's 15-8 here in set number 1. Susan McLean back set to Kelsey Mahenko off the block, and that one will work. Kelsey Mahenko had enough on it to get it through the block, and it came through the block just soft enough that the back row was not able to handle it. Substitution, Kelsey Mahenko out. Casey Perriman back in. Nice soft attack off the Rachel Broadland block. Worked for the Lady Falcons that time. They keep the lead. The still trail by 7. It's 16-9 Panthers. Cassie Show. Driving topspin serve, handled nicely by Rachel Broadland, but that was a foot under. Susan McLean didn't touch the net, but her foot got fully over that black center line. You can't do that either. That results in a dead ball, a point, and, well, not side out, but it's point for Connellsville. 16-10 Panther lead. Casey Perriman just touching it over the net. Hit the Thought that one hit the antenna, but the Casey Perryman block results in a Panther point. Breaks that short little string of serves for Connellsville, and now it's senior Rachel Broadland, number 22, stepping up for the St. Clair serve. Little back set number just over the net. Susan McLean covers that one. Maggie Slowey with the big hit. Comes right back, and Casey Perryman. That's the overpass when it comes to the first hit from the back row to the other side of the net. That's the overpass. Casey Perryman hammering that one home in the back left corner. Timeout called by Connellsville, and that's at a time of the match when you get to 20-point territory. You want to have a pretty good cushion. That's exactly what the Panthers have at 18-10. So far, Casey Perryman, as she does nearly every match, leads all attackers with 4 kills for the Lady Panthers. Kelsey Mahenko, number 17, she has 3. Madison Stromberg, senior, number 8, with 2. Susan McLean, the setter, she has 1, as does Maggie Slowey. 2 aces so far. Serve for the match. Casey Perryman has 1, and Maggie Slowey the other. Panthers here with an 8-1 record so far this season. Their only match loss has been to the neighbors and rivals Mount Lebanon Blue Devils earlier in the week. So far they're leading the Section 2 with an undefeated record. And the Lady Panthers even won our own tournament that was held here 3 weeks ago. Pretty successful season so far for Upper St. Clair. Rachel Broadland, and that one does indeed come back. Thought maybe that one was headed to the Connellsville bench. Nice rescue again by Rachel. Madison Stromberg to the front row. Maggie Slowey's got it and puts it down. Look at that from Maggie Slowey. Panthers did not suffer by virtue of that timeout. It's a 9-point lead again at 19-10. Still set number 1 of a best-of-5 match. Connellsville, of course, from just down Route 51. Maggie Slowey again off the block and down. Maggie Slowey back-to-back kills. Panthers have doubled up Connellsville here in set number 1. It's now 20-10. That's a pretty good position to be in. The set's to 25. You win it by 2. Panthers needing only 5 points to close out set number 1. Let's see what happens here from the back row. Rachel Broadland tosses it right back over the net. And from the left side, just a touch over. Lauren Harvey did not fool the Panthers, but those short set. Casey Perryman almost overran it. Still works out. Susan McLean on a second touch. A top spin wrister with power. The lead is now 11. Very nicely chosen by Susan McLean. Rachel Broadland again. Hard driving topspin serve, and that one's not coming back. Nice service ace by Rachel Broadland. 3 tonight for the Panthers by 3 different servers. That one just died at the feet of the back row there. Exactly what it's supposed to do. That one stays up a little more, but it's an overpass. Joust at the net. Maggie Slowey tapped it back, did not win that joust. Susan McLean right back to Maggie again. The top spin sails just a couple of feet long. Looked like she'd had a pretty good bead drawn on it, but does sail it a couple of feet long. Side out and point for Connellsville. Caitlin Williams, freshman, number 5, doing the Lady Falcon serving. Susan McLean back set. Awkward set. Well, that's not how, but it ends up being a kill for Maggie Slowey. Not how she would have seen the back set. Goes a little bit awkward, a little too close to the net. Maggie still took care of business, and it's a 23-11 lead. Only 2 more points to go for the Panthers to close out set number 1. See what Maggie Slowey can do with this. Top spin serve. Lauren Harvey, number 1 for Connellsville, getting that right back. Short set to Casey Perryman. Right at Caitlin Williams, though. No, just over the net. Over the block and dribbled into that defensive donut hole. Side out and point for Connellsville, where Kat Healy, junior middle hitter, takes over the serving. Top spin serve. Rachel Broadland with the overpass this time, but not hammered back down by Connellsville. Double hit called. Double hit happens 2 ways. If it's a distinct 2-touch and you can hear it, on the ball, or in that case, a lot of spin imparted on the ball with that set. That's also called a double hit because it was not a square touch. Either way, it's a violation point side out for the Panthers, and basically 12 set points in hand. Maggie Slowey does. I thought she might get one. She didn't. Short set. Kelsey Mahenko. Oh, touched the net. That landed right on the back line, but Kelsey Mahenko, in her zeal to get to that, touched the net. Barely moved a couple of threads, but it counts just the same. Side out and point for Connellsville. Molly Matthews, the junior, in and serving. Rachel Baldwin to give him the overpass, but not handled cleanly by Connellsville. That's 4 hits. That closes out set number 1. The Panthers take it 25-13. Plenty more volleyball to go. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back for set number 2. Welcome back, everybody. That was a nice, comfortable 3-minute break for us. It was only less than a second or two for you, but we're back for set number 2. The Connellsville Lady Falcons are here tonight. I'm Kevin McGahey. My videographer is Doug Williams, and it's our pleasure to bring you this Section 2 girls volleyball contest. It's Thursday night, October 7th. It's a crummy night outside, but it's a really good night inside, and that one, it's easy if you could just teach that every time. It was an attack that sort of hit the net, rolled up and over, and the defense has a tough time compensating for that, as they did in set number 1. Connellsville, the Lady Falcons, draw first blood. Well, and the Panthers draw second blood. Those serving gods, you never know what they're going to end up doing. But that was Cassie Show, the senior, who hammered that one into the net. We're all knotted up at 1, and it's early in set number 2. Rachel Jones, the junior libero, with the St. Clair serve. That was in the net. It's hard to know whether it got into the defensive player. It did not. That's just into the net. It's called 4 hits. And that is a side out, and not side out, point for the Panthers. Rachel Jones again with a serve. A knuckleballer. That was just floated the whole way. And that one heads out, but it's off a St. Clair tip. Yep, it's off a St. Clair player and out of bounds. That one belongs to, that side out belongs to the Connellsville Lady Falcons. Caitlin Williams, freshman, back for the serving chores, and a nice one. Top spin, hard driving serve. From the left side, Maggie Slowey off the block, and yes, indeed, it's recovered by the Lady Falcons. Back in play to the Panthers. There's a set by Susan McLean. Back set to Rachel Broadland, and down. Look at that, Rachel Broadland, the senior, with her first kill tonight. They're spread out among 6 players already. That's a kind of a valuable tool. When you don't know where that that attack's gonna come from, it's hard for the defense to set up against it. 3-2, Panthers lead here early, set number 3. Rachel Broadland, who just got that successful kill, right back for the serving job. And that one looked good. You really want to head it toward the back line. You want to have it land on the back line. That one was about 4 to 5 feet long. This brings Kat Healy, the junior for Connellsville, to the line for their serve. 3-3, all tied up in set number 2. Top spin serve, short set, and just oozed over the net by Casey Perriman. Not very hard, but well placed. Point for the Panthers. And Maggie Slowey, the sophomore, back for the St. Clair serve. Low set, handled by the Falcons anyway. Not much for Rikisa Solomon to work with. Madison Stromberg has a little bit to work with off a tip and held in by the Falcons. Rikisa Solomon again, and a third time on this rally. Not rescued. Good effort by the Lady Panthers, but not rescued. Not able to get that one back over the net. Good presence of mind to keep the ball in the air, but not enough to keep the point going, and it's a 4-4 tie. Molly Matthews, junior Lady Falcon. Let's see what she's got in her serving bag of tricks. Little backspin number. And the back set off the Connellsville block, still in play. Madison Stromberg, too hard. Long and wide. And Connellsville with the lead at 5-4. Panthers took set number 1, 25-13. We're working on set number 2 right now, and let backspin again. That one probably was going along, and they probably should have let that one go. Well, but that's why you want that serve to land on the back line. The back row players, the defense receiving the serve, has a tough time figuring out what to do with that. Indeed, there's some confusion in the Panthers' back line. Connellsville comes away with the point. Same deal. That one was going to land right on the back line. And Maggie Slowey, little short set again off the Panther block. Madison Stromberg left side, but right at Kat Healy. Short set again. The sets from Connellsville are coming up. Not the hitters can't really use those. They're a little too short. Madison Stromberg left-handed the ball over the net. Casey Perriman with the block, and one more. Yes, Maggie Slowey with a top spin keeps it in play. Yeah, Susan McLean actually punched it in the air, had an odd spin in it, and this is a nice little 4-point run for Connellsville right now. They've got the lead 7-4. Side spin, Maggie Slowey digging that one out. And lands in. And that breaks the string of Connellsville's successful serves. Panthers trail by 2. It's a 7-5 Lady Falcon lead. Casey Perriman with the serve, already with one service ace tonight. Probably not that time. Yes, ball still in play, but no attack. Oh, nice idea. Susan McLean hoisted it up. It looks like Kelsey Mahenko might have jumped a little too early. It sails over her outstretched arm. Side out and point Connellsville. Tori Martucci, junior server. Well, that sort of an over-under pass. It got to the net, and when they get to the net, they're kind of tough to handle. Susan McLean was going to punch that one over the net. Missed it. And it's a service ace for Tori Martucci. Madison Stromberg, Kelsey Mahenko, another pretty good set. But Kelsey got on top of it, hammered it into the net. And right now, it is a 5-point Connellsville lead at 10-5. Set goes to 25. You have to win it by 2. So plenty of volleyball left in this one. See if the Panthers can't break that string of points. Little top spin serve. Madison Stromberg from the 10-foot line. Indeed, works out just fine. That one tipped either the net or a Connellsville player. Set the defensive timing off. Lands just inside the back right corner. 3 kills for Madison Stromberg tonight, and now senior Susan McLean. The setter back for that hop serve. That one was trouble all the way. The set from Makisa Solomon was actually behind Kat Healy. She had a tough time getting to that one. Indeed, came up under it and sailed it 4 or 5 feet long. Panthers get 2 points back. It's 10-7. Panthers trail by 3. That serve went good, well placed by Susan McLean. It had a lot of loft on it. Went just over the front row, and the back row not quick enough to cover it. Service ace for Susan McLean, and a floater, a knuckle serve. Won't be any power on this from Connellsville. Short set, and Kelsey Mahenko, boom! Mercy found the back right corner. 4 kills for Kelsey Mahenko. The sophomore middle player, Susan McLean, again with a serve. Panthers with 4 straight points. She tried that same sort of balloon ball serve. Did not work just then, and it comes right hammered back by Cassie Show, the senior for the Lady Falcons. They break the string of 4 straight St. Clair points, get the lead back, or maintain the lead rather, by 2. It's 11-9 Falcons. Top spin to the net. Not what Susan McLean intended, but it did go over. The ball is still in play, and just, yes, awkward play. Yeah, a little bit of awkward net play there. Balls are really too close to the net to do much with. It was an interesting little volley, but it goes Connellsville's way. They get 2 points in a row back, and it's a 12-9 3-point Falcon lead. Back set, Madison Stromberg getting a really good look at it, but hammered it into the lower part of the net. Came up just over the top of it a little too much. Falcons with a 4-point lead at 13-9. Rachel Jones. Rachel Broadland. Panthers having some trouble finding the opposition floor right now. They're sailing them wide and long. And just like that, the Panthers got 4 in a row, and they've given 4 in a row back to Connellsville, and they've got that a 5-point lead back. Rachel Broadland. Little short set. Rachel Broadland off a tip and jousting at the net. The place block not won by Connellsville. Susan McLean finally driving it back to the back corner. Traditional back set. Rachel Broadland does indeed. Without a whole lot of power, but a lot of good placement. Rachel Broadland gets a side out and serve back for the Panthers. Trailing by 4. It's 14-10 Falcons. Madison Stromberg with the St. Clair serve. Now that we have the lines people all straightened out. Top spin number. Lady Falcons bring it back. Madison Stromberg now from the back. That'll be Rachel Jones. At the net, joust won by Maggie Slowey. It's a bit of an overpass. It ended up being a joust. Could have gone either way. Maggie Slowey, though, taking care of business with a one-hand place block. Panthers get 2 in a row back again. It's 14-11. Lady Falcons. Top spin serve. Thought that one was going to get over the net. But no, Madison Stromberg hits it into the tape. Side out and point Connellsville. Substitution again. Lauren Harvey, number 1, the freshman, on for the Lady Falcons. Molly Matthews, the junior, off. Kelsey Mahenko into the block. Into the Connellsville block by Kat Healy. And the Lady Falcons get that 5-point lead back. Panthers let the Connellsville Lady Falcons get up by 5, and it's been that way, pretty much trading points in bunches here since early in this second set. Some confusion on the back row, the overpass. And now Connellsville with their largest lead of the match at 17-11, and Coach Yoko Nagao takes an Upper St. Clair timeout. I'm sure this is not how she envisioned this particular set going. Panthers have crawled back twice, only to give those leads right back to the Connellsville Lady Falcons. So far, the kill leader, as usual, is Casey Perriman, with 6. Maggie Slowey in second place with 5. Kelsey Mahenko, the sophomore, number 17, with 4. Rachel Broadland, senior number 22, with 2. Madison Stromberg, the senior number 8, with 3. And Susan McLean, the setter, has 2 herself. 4 service aces for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Casey Perriman with 1. 13, Susan McLean with 1. Sophomore Maggie Slowey, number 15, also with 1. And Rachel Broadland has 1 of her own. Panthers trying to keep a perfect section record here tonight. They're currently 6-0 and leading Section 2. The only loss so far this season has been to those rivals from Mount Lebanon just this past Monday night. Cassie Show, the lone senior, with the Connellsville serve. Let's see what Coach Yoko Nagao. Well, the overpass comes right back. Madison Stromberg. It's got to come to the front row player. She sent it to the wrong front row. Hammered back down, and Connellsville now with a 7-point lead at 18-11. Top spin serve. Rachel Jones gets it to the front row this time, and Maggie Slowey got off the Connellsville block. Maggie Slowey, pretty good set. She was headed toward the back row to have the Panthers, the back row Panthers, do something with it. But unfortunately, a lot of people stood around looking at it instead of hitting it. That lead is now 8 for the Lady Falcons. Rachel Broadland off a very nice Susan McLean set. Sails that one about 10, 11 feet long. And this has turned out to be just about the reverse of set number 1 that the Panthers took 25-13. Another overpass. And Maggie Slowey hammers it into the net. Very nice run of points here for the Connellsville Lady Falcons that has resulted in a 10-point lead. Kelsey Mahenko finally breaking that string with a hard driving attack that Connellsville was not able to handle. Panthers still in fairly dangerous territory, trailing by 9, 21-12. From the left side, that's Lauren Harvey. Maggie Slowey off the tip, dug off the floor by Connellsville and indeed over the net. And a useful ball for the Panthers. Love that quick set. Casey Perryman getting another one back. Panthers still not out of the woods yet. Trailing by 8 is 21-13. Rachel Jones still with the serve. Nope. Well, I thought that was going to be handled, but it handcuffed the St. Clair defense. Side out end point for Lady Falcons. And I got that 9-point lead back, 22-13. And from the back row, Madison Stromberg. It'll be a free ball for St. Clair, but long off the wrist of Tori Martucci. Senior Rachel Broadland now needing a run of points to keep the Panthers in this. Trailing by 8. Maggie Slowey, and that one will work. Maggie Slowey off the Connellsville block. 6 kills for Maggie Slowey. 7 points to go for the Panthers to tie this one up. It's 22-15 Lady Falcons. There's another one back. That's a hammer from Kat Healy that ends up in the net. Rachel Broadland one more time. A little ace would be nice right now. On the 2 ball, did not fool the Panthers. Can we use it now? Back to Maggie Slowey. Yeah, she hit that fat. You could hear it up here, and it sails about 4 or 5 feet long. She just didn't get underneath it, or she didn't get over it. She was underneath it. Sails it long. Lady Falcons lead 23-16. That one goes long. There's a gift. Panthers will take that. There's one back. The 6-point deficit. 23-17. Panthers needing every point they can get right now. And no mistakes. This will be a free ball. No, not really. Actually came with power. Short set from the back row. Madison Stromberg with a shot. Goes off a hand. Does not go off a hand. It is a 4 hit. And Connellsville now looks pretty close to closing out set number 2. They've got a 7-point lead at 24-17. Panthers need a run of 7. Connellsville just needs 1. Molly Matthews with the serve. Place block did not quite work. Susan McLean with the back set. Slicing attack by Casey Perryman to give her 8 kills tonight. Panthers still 6 down. And Casey Perryman, unfortunately for us, on the back row. Good serve. Panthers can handle this one now. See what Madison Stromberg can do. Off the Connellsville block. Madison Stromberg. 4 kills. Panthers now 5 down. Do they have it in them to get the next 5 points and send this one into extra time? We shall soon find out exactly how good the Panther defense is. Decent serve, play called. Oh, off Casey Perriman's wrist and off the back line. Thought she had that one rescued, but that does it. Connellsville captures set number 2, 25-19. We're all knotted up at 1 set apiece. Stay with us, everybody, for more girls volleyball. A lot more action to come. See you in just a minute. We are back. Kevin McGahey here. Doug Williams doing the camera work for us tonight. And we're glad you're with us for girls volleyball. It's December 7th, 2009. And this is a Section 2 contest between the visiting Connellsville Lady Falcons and the homestanding Panthers of Upper St. Clair. A couple of changes. You will see now Rachel Jones, who wore the white libero jersey last set. She's now wearing number 36 and is a regular player. And Lauren Williams, right there, the libero, got to that one. She's newly into the contest. She is a senior. I guess to see how we can match wits now with these Falcons from Connellsville. We're all knotted up at 1 set apiece. It's a best-of-5 match. Good recovery by Rachel Jones. And Maggie Slowey hits it right to the libero. That's Heidi Janes for Connellsville, and out of bounds. Off the hands of Cassie Show. She's the only senior on the squad, and the Panthers, for the first time tonight, get the first point. And Rachel Jones continues with that serve. Hard driving serve, and it's not going to come back. Rachel Jones, first ace tonight. 5 aces in this match by 5 different players. And the Panthers with a 2-0 lead in set number 2. That had no spin on it at all. Comes in the block. Rachel Broadland covers it. Maggie Slowey. Yes, Maggie Slowey. Off the net, off the tip, and off the court. Maggie Slowey. 7 kills tonight. Trails only Casey Perriman, who's got 8. And the Panthers off to a nice 3-0 lead. On the right side, a free ball basically for the Panthers. Maggie Slowey again from the left side. Oh, off the hand. She probably should let it go. But I think Heidi Janes thought she could bring that one back. She could not. Maggie Slowey now with 8 kills. And the Panthers get the first 4 points of set number 3. Rachel Jones again with a serve. Hard driving serve right into the tape. That net's about 7 feet 8. That came in at about 7 feet 2. Did not make it over. This is Cassie Show, rather. The Connellsville senior. Rachel Broadland, but just long. About 1.5 feet long. She had a good idea to make it land on the back line. That did not work out. Now it's a 4-2 Panther lead. Cassie Show still serving for the Lady Falcons. Oh, short set. Not much Connellsville could do with that one. That set didn't even get over the net. On the 2 ball, dug out of there. Recovered nicely by Madison Stromberg into the block, but not come back that time. Madison Stromberg with a good dig, but not enough to keep the point rolling. And then I guess it'll be 3 in a row now for Connellsville. Panthers still lead 4-3. Panthers got the first 4 points. Lady Falcons got the next 3. Hard driving serve. Lauren Williams brings it out of there. Madison Stromberg just wide. It was hard to see from here. I had to wait for the sign from the line judge. Panthers got 4 and gave 4. They came in bunches just like the last set you just saw. Hard driving serve. Lauren Williams again. Casey Perriman does not fool the Lady Falcons. Terrific dig again by Lauren Williams to keep that ball alive, and just over the front row. Interesting volley here. There's the place blocked by Casey. Well, thought it was good. It's a roofing call. Roofing is like goaltending in basketball. The ball has to have a chance to decide whether it's going to get over the net or not. That one was not going to make it, and Casey Perryman went too far with it, basically. The violation sends the point, keeps the point with Connellsville. Now their Panthers break that string of 5 points. And we're all knotted up at 5. It's set number 3 of the best of 5 match. Maggie Slowey, sophomore with the serve, and it goes long. Well, a little too much weight room action again for the Lady Panthers this week. Lauren Williams to Rachel Jones, who's playing the center position. Well, why wasn't that one a roofing? I don't really know. But it wasn't, and that one hammered down by the Connellsville Lady Falcons, and they have a 2-point lead. 7-5 Connellsville. That one's going to go long. Good choice. Let that one go 6 feet long. Even up in the 14th row here, where I could see that one was going to happen. Casey Perriman, now the senior, with the Panther serve. See if we get these points and the lead back. Nice driving serve, just barely cleared the net, and that one is going to go off Madison Stromberg's wrist and out of bounds. Trading points, side out, and point for Connellsville one more time. This will be number 20, Kat Healy. The Connellsville junior, and topspin serve, nothing fancy, but Maggie Slowey sends it right back to the Lady Falcons. Panthers don't get to use it. Now they do, though. Back set, Rachel Broadland, bang! Down to the floor, Rachel Broadland off the gorgeous set. Panthers should not be content to trade points right now. We should be getting off a string here. Well, that's not going to do it. Rachel Broadland, she was aiming for the back line, but it sails just short of a foot long. And we'll see for the first time now Krista Gailey, number 4. She's a defensive specialist. In a lot of these matches we've seen earlier in the year, she and Rachel Broadland have switched places. Rachel Broadland plays the front row, Krista Gailey the back row. Rachel Jones to Kelsey Mahenko, who's in the match now. Panthers just not finding the open spots. See what Madison Stromberg can do. She does it. Rattles it off the wrist of Cassie Shaw, rather. Cassie Shaw and Madison Stromberg. 5 kills. Panthers crawl back within 1. Connellsville still leads 9-8. Hard driving top spin serve. Cassie Shaw again. Lauren Williams with another tremendous dig. That one sails long off the hands of Cassie Shaw. Really nice for us. Lauren Williams. You like to see that libero getting dirty. Well, you don't get dirty on the floor, but getting down on the floor to rescue these balls that otherwise would be points. Madison Stromberg, St. Clair serve. It'll be a free ball. Yeah, it didn't even get to be that. Madison Stromberg with a successful serve, and the Panthers do have that lead back. First lead they've seen since early in the match when they led 4-3. It's 10-9 Panthers. Madison Stromberg with that serve. Hard topspin serve, but rescued by the Lady Falcons. Free ball for the Panthers. Somebody hit the net. One of the Panthers hit the net. I thought it was one of the Falcons. Not so. Net violation, and we are tied up at 10. Connellsville with a side out and the serve. Tori Martucci, the junior, with a nice serve. Lauren Williams to the front row. Rachel Jones and Kelsey Mahenko off the block. Again, front set now. Maggie Slowey, and that one works. Molly Matthews got to it, but Maggie Slowey had way too much power on that. 9th kill tonight for Maggie Slowey to take over the team lead. And speaking of leads, the Panthers have it back at 11-10. And now we see Lauren Williams, the senior defensive specialist. You've seen why that is, the number of digs she's had already. She gets to do the serving. Decent serve, a little short on that set again by Connellsville. There's that Our short set play does not work. Ball still does come back. Krista Gailey digs that one out. She's got to go over now. Madison Stromberg sees that the ball gets over. That's good news. Another set that comes in short. Connellsville not giving themselves a lot to work with here. Maggie Slowey has some stuff to work with, though. From the back row, Madison Stromberg. And it works. Just sort of lunged that ball over the net. Finds an empty spot in the defense, and that one worked. Panthers with a 2-point lead is 12-10. Lauren Williams. Left side into the Casey Perryman block. Only 2 blocks for points tonight. Casey Perryman's had them both. Panthers lead by 3. Lauren Williams back in charge of the serve. No, I know she wish she had that one back. She leaned funny when she tossed that ball up, and the ball was hammered smack into the net. It's all right. Side out, point for Connellsville. 13-10, 2-point Panther lead. Left side set, Casey Perryman, slicing attack. Landed right on the net. You don't see that very often. Short set, and Casey Perryman, 2 lovely digs by the Falcons. My goodness, how did they get to that? Casey, again, that time, there was no doubt about it, as Lanny Ferteri or Greg Brown or one of those Pirates announcers would say. 14 kills for Casey Perryman. Rachel Jones with a St. Clair serve. We've done a full rotation already in this set. Oh, it was going to go long. And well, Molly Matthews basically just couldn't get out of the way of that one. It was headed long. But Rachel Jones gets a gift and her second ace tonight. 7 for the team. 6 for the team, rather. And a 4-point Panther lead. Now that one just barely makes it over the net. Joust at the net. Over the net. It was a good fight by Cassie Show of Connellsville, but she got her entire foot over that black line. That violation results in a point for the Panthers and a timeout taken by Coach Sarah Puckstaller by Connellsville. Her squad was actually in command here early on with a 2 or 3 point lead before they got to 10, and the Panthers have rattled off 5 or so consecutive points now to take a 5-point lead. It is 16-10, and let's see what Coach Nagao can do. It'd be nice if the Panthers came away with this set. They want to keep this lead as they get to 20. Meanwhile, kills have now been evened out for Casey. 6 attackers have got successful kills tonight. Casey Perriman and number 15 Maggie Slowey tied for the team lead with 9 each. Kelsey Mahenko, number 17, and Madison Stromberg, the senior number 8, tied for second place with 5. Rachel Broadland, number 22, with 3, and Susan McLean, the setter, also with 2. Well, let's see if the Panthers can keep this string going, despite what Coach Puckstaller might have told her charges on the other side. Rachel Jones, the junior, with the driving serve, handled by the Lady Falcons, but they will not be able to use it. It does indeed come up short. Well, not exactly a powerhouse ace, but one that doesn't come back. That, in my book, is a service ace. 3 now for Rachel Jones. A little harder, backspin serve. In a more traditional sense of the word, off the block, Rachel Broadland with the block for the point, and the Panthers stretch that lead to 7 now at 18-11. This is just what Connellsville did to us in the last set. Rachel Jones with yet another serve. She's got a variety of them. That one was a floater, and that fooled Heidi Janes. Rattles off her wrist over the Connellsville bench. And it's 4 aces now for Rachel Jones, 3 of them in this run alone. And the Panther lead is 8 at 19-11. That also, she was headed right for the back row with that. It was a floater. And there wasn't enough gravity to yank that one back down. So that floats about 5 feet long. Service error sends the side out and point over to Connellsville, where Cassie Show the senior. Well, there they go. Those serving gods given and taken away. A service ace for us, one for them. We got it right back. And a substitution. First time we'll see Alyssa Ardolino. She's a sophomore defensive player. She'll substitute for Maggie Slowey, who I know will be back to play front row. The Panthers here with a pretty good cushion. It's 20-12, just the way you want to be when you get to 20. The set goes to 25. You win it by 2. And the Panthers in pretty decent shape. And that one, another awkward set. Kat Healy, I thought was going to get to it, but she walloped it smack into the net. And that Panther lead is now 9. Panthers in very nice shape now here in set number 3. A floater, a knuckleball. Joust at the net, won by the Panthers again. Rachel Broadland with this one. Technically it's a lift call, but I'll give that kill to Rachel Broadland for having properly defended. And Coach Pockstaller takes another quick timeout. This just may be some underclassmen jitters going on here because Connellsville had control of this set earlier on. But the Panthers have rattled off something like 13 of the last 14 points to take command here, and it'll be nice to capture this set number 3. And take a 2-1 lead. And the idea here is to put Connellsville back on their heels. Well, right now, Alyssa Ardolino in control. Let's see whether she can come up with 3 consecutive points to close out set number 3. Probably no substitutions for Connellsville. They've played the same 8 players all night long. They have 5 on the bench, but chances of them getting in are probably not that great. 10-point lead for the Panthers now, 22-12. Alyssa Ardolino with a Panther serve. Side spinning number. Heidi Janes takes care of it, and it's off the St. Clair block and down. Yeah, just not covered by a back row player. Nicely hit by the Lady Falcons, but see if the Panthers can get this one right back. The lead is 9, 22-13. There's Maggie Slowey, number 15, back on the floor for the Lady Panthers. This is Caitlin Williams for the Lady Falcons. A high arc top spin number, little back set. Casey Perryman, boom, off a wrist, but recovered rather by the Lady Falcons. It went all the way up in the structure. You can actually do that. Yeah, back row attack called. Yeah. Madison Stromberg came from the back row. You're not allowed to do that. The net play, she's got to stand back behind that 10-foot line. And that violation sends the point again to Connellsville. Madison Stromberg digs that one out. And now from the back row, Casey Perriman thought she was going to attack it from there. Probably should have just hoisted it back over. But Madison Stromberg, at least with that dig to keep the ball alive. And the Panthers giving away 3 points just now. Needing a side out right here. Lauren Williams, that one just died. I know she thought she had a little bit more room to get to that one, but that serve just flat out died. Pocket of low gravity on the Connellsville side, high gravity on our side right now. That one just sucked that serve right down to the floor. And from the left, Madison Stromberg into the block, not into the block, into the net apparently. 4 hits called, and now 5 points in a row by the Connellsville Lady Falcons. Panthers needing a side out right now than Lauren Williams trying to get that taken care of. Rachel Broadland into the Connellsville block and down off the nice Rachel Jones set. So Rachel to Rachel. That breaks a Connellsville string of points. It's 23-17. Panthers needing 2 to close. Oh, brother. Well, that is Casey Perriman, rather. I think she was trying to sneak that one just over the net. Didn't work. It's still a 5-point Panther lead at 23-18. Now, if the Panthers can trade points from here on out, we'll be pretty happy with that. Kat Healy with the serve. Rachel Broadland, wow, with a slicing attack. Timely one, too. Now the Panthers with 6 game or set points, rather, in hand. And Rachel Broadland, who just captured that big one, gets to serve. And a nice one, top spin serve. from the back row. And it lands wide, and that will do it. Well, the Panthers gave us a little excitement there heading into the end of that set, but they do come away with a 25-18 victory. That's only 2 out of 3 so far. Plenty more volleyball yet to go. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back for set number 4. Well, that was another quick break for us. We are back. We're about to start set number 4 of this best-of-5 match. Panthers just took set number 3 by a 25-18 score. Kevin McGahey here. Holy smokes. They must have some weight room down at Connellsville, too, because that one sailed about 15 feet beyond the end line. Service error gives the Panthers the point. Kevin McGahey here. Doug Williams doing all the videography for me tonight. For us, me, for you, for everybody. And Connellsville, Lauren Harvey does not find an empty spot. Little Rachel Broadland set. That one goes wide. Had a really good look, but the slicing attack came about 4 feet too close to me. Sitting in these grandstands, and that is it's a 1-1 tie. Lauren Williams back in to play the libero. Casey Perriman with power, but right to Connellsville. Maggie Slowey now, and that one landed perfectly placed just inside the back line. Maggie Slowey, 10 kills tonight, and she gets the reward of the serving chores. It's a 2-1 Panther lead. Maggie Slowey, little backspin. Wow, almost down, and indeed, no, comes back indeed. Connellsville rescues that little quick set. No, Casey Perriman, that's a nice little play. But there's one that sailed long. Out of bounds, and we're knotted up at 2. This is set number 4. It's a best-of-5 match. Panthers already have 2 in hand. They've won 25-13 and 25-18. Connellsville captured set 2 at 25-19. Panthers win this one. We all go home early. Connellsville wins. We go to a 5th game. That one, awkward set. Lauren Harvey had to reach way over her head for that and hammered it into the net. When you have to reach over your head like that, the chances are you're going to get under the ball, and that's exactly what Lauren Harvey did instead of over the ball, where you're going to be for an attack. Casey Perriman with a nice serve, and that one doesn't come back. That one handcuffed Cassie Show. Casey Perriman with her second ace tonight, and the Panthers stretched the early lead in set number 4 to 4-2. Does it come back? No, it doesn't. Another service ace back-to-back for Casey Perriman. That's a hard driving serve that just collapsed when it got over the net. Taking advantage of gravity. Knuckler, you could have read the Mikasa on that ball on the way over. Off the block, that was Mikisa Solomon. Rachel Broadland hitting it hard enough to get it in row 8 of the grandstands. Rachel Broadland. My goodness, that's when the weight room pays off in a positive fashion. When you can do that kind of damage on a great set. Casey Perriman again with the serve. It's a 6-2 4-point Panther lead. Well, the set again was kind of low. They've seen that all night from Connellsville. Free ball. Oh, Maggie Slowey almost got it over, hitting it right into the tape. Connellsville's been having these sets that have come up short. You can't get a good powerful attack when the sets are so short. But it worked out for them that time. Molly Matthews checks back in. She's a junior defensive specialist and server. She's back on, and it's a sidewinder number that Kelsey Mahenko will. Oh, she thought she'd get that top spin and that gravity would drag that one down, but gravity has failed us once again. 6-4. Panthers still lead by 2. Connellsville controls the serve. Lauren Williams to Rachel Jones and Madison Stromberg, but didn't find an open spot. Comes right back, and that's Cassie Show into the St. Clair block, and the Lady Falcons have battled back. 3 points in a row, and it's a 1-point set at 6-5. Panthers still lead. Rachel Jones with the set. Madison Stromberg into the net. Well, right now everything's working for the Panthers except the attack. And Connellsville has tied this up at 6-all with 4 straight points. Back set, Rachel Broadland off the tip and down. That's the way it's supposed to work. Rachel Broadland, 8 kills now tonight. And the Panthers grab the side out, point, and the lead back. It's 7-6. We are in set number 4. Substitution. Looks like Susan McLean will be back on the senior setter. She'll substitute for Rachel Broadland. Susan will play the back row. Rachel will probably play the front row. And Susan McLean's got a nice mini jump serve, I guess you'd call it. It's more of a hop serve than anything else. But it does work. A floater. No spin on that serve at all. Lauren Williams bringing it back. And one more. Kelsey Mahenko, yes, keeps the ball alive. Free ball. Lift called. Again, that second touch came in a little bit low for Connellsville. And the lift, that it actually happens when you keep your hands on the ball for a little too long and you're usually bringing it up from underneath. Susan McLean again with that serve and another service error. Wallops it into the tape. Gives a point over to Connellsville where Tori Martucci, number 23, the junior, will do the Connellsville serving. 8-7, Panthers still lead. Well, that was a terrific serve by Tori Martucci. It landed just in front of Lauren Williams in the back row and just inside the sideline, too. Very difficult to get to. Service ace, and we're all tied up at 8 in set number 4. Top spin serve. Rachel Jones off of the block, and the ball is still in play. Free ball for the Panthers. Kelsey Mahenko shoving the ball to the back row. Didn't get that done. Susan McLean digging it, but then once it gets in the net, oh, they're very hard to bring back out of the net. Susan McLean valiantly keeping it alive, but into the net. And the Lady Falcons have the lead at 9-8. And Tori Martucci still with the Connellsville serve. Madison Stromberg just pushing the ball over the net. Set wasn't where she could wallop it. Just like that out of Cassie Show off the St. Clair block and out of bounds. 2-point lead now for the Lady Falcons at 10-8. That was probably going long, but it's better to play it since it was so close to the end line. And a little dunk shot over the net by Rachel Jones. Breaks that little mini string of points by the Lady Falcons. Panthers back in business, trailing by 1. It's 9-8. And Madison Stromberg, the senior, back for the St. Clair serve. That one was perfectly placed right on the back line, exactly where you want to put it. Holy smokes. First ace for Madison Stromberg. 6 different players with aces tonight, totaling 11 for the Panthers. Pretty good serving chores. We're tied up at 10. Madison Stromberg once again with that serve. Hard driving serve. Same effect. My goodness, Madison Stromberg 2 in a row. Hard driving serves that were headed right to that back line. A defensive Connellsville not able to keep up with it. And the Panthers get the lead back. It's 11-10. Seesaw affair so far in set number 4. Lauren Williams to the front row. Susan McLean doing the setting. Maggie Slowey with power. Bang! Right between 2 of the back row players. Maggie Slowey. And a small but enthusiastic crowd liking what the Panthers are into right now, and that is a 2-point lead at 12-10. Hard serve, and does not come back. That one befuddled Tori Martucci, hit her right in the chest. And that service ace for Madison Stromberg. 3 in this sequence, and a timeout called by Coach Sarah Pockstaller of Connellsville. I'm sure she wasn't liking that very much because, like, once again, her squad had command here, and all of a sudden they're back on their heels. And the Panthers with a 3-point lead. Panthers took set number 1, 25-13. Connellsville came back 25-19 as set number 2. Panthers captured number 3, 25-18, and here it's 13-10. The plated 25 and win by 2. Maggie Slowey has taken over the attack lead tonight with 11 kills. Casey Perriman, number 12, and the senior with 9. Rachel Broadland came on in a tough set number 3. She's got 8. Kelsey Mahenko and Madison Stromberg, the senior number 8, tied with 5. Susan McLean with 2, and Rachel Jones with 1. And Madison Stromberg's keeping up that serving, and the Panthers with a 3-point lead at 13-10. Set left side, Lauren Williams gets that one. Left side for the Panthers, Maggie Slowey off the block, and Maggie Slowey 12 kills. And a 4-point Panther lead. Nice serving run from Madison Stromberg. Just long, by 4 feet long. She was trying that same technique, that hard driving serve to the back line. But it's a side out and point for Connellsville. Heidi Janes, a libero, with the serve back, set to Kelsey Mahenko off the net. Recovered by the Lady Falcons, and Lauren Williams hit nicely by Cassie Show of Connellsville. Maggie Slowey again, finding the floor. Well, that's working nicely. The Susan McLean set, and Maggie Slowey putting it away. 13 kills for Maggie Slowey. Panthers get that 4-point lead back, and it's senior Lauren Williams with the St. Clair serve. Overpass to the net. And just long, good call by Lauren Williams to not go after that one. The lead is now 5, 16-11. Panthers can send us all home early by coming away with this set. Nice serve, overpass to the front row. Rachel Jones with a top spin, does not find the floor. The block from Casey Perryman does, though. Casey Perryman, right place, right time. Her 3rd block for a point tonight, and the Panthers stretch that lead to 6 at 17-11. Lauren Williams still serving. Right side, and just inside the back row. Well, actually nicely done by Cassie Show. She heads to the back row now, but that was a really nice attack, landed just inside the back row. Not much Lauren Williams could do about that one. Panthers still lead by 5, 17-12. Top spin serve, Lauren Williams getting it right where she needs to. And Casey Perryman, yes, it does come back, rescued by the Falcons. Maggie Slowey now did not find the floor that time. First time she's missed in a little while now. Back set, Rachel Jones off the block and down. Rachel Jones, the junior normally playing libero, getting the chance to hit in set number 4. The lead is 6. Substitution now. Rachel Broadland back on the floor for the Lady Panthers, and Susan McLean, number 13, takes a break. That'll probably put Rachel Jones as the setter. Just rolls it over the net. Interesting net play. Panthers and Maggie Slowey just sneaking the ball over the net, and that one comes down. No power, but good spin and great placement for Maggie Slowey. 19 kills tonight for Maggie Slowey. Her biggest outputs by far of the season. Rachel Jones again with a serve. Not much on it, but she does sneak up. Rachel Broadland with the block. Does not quite work. Connellsville keeps it in play. Rachel Broadland, Maggie Slowey again. Overpass. And Casey Perryman. Look at that. Taking the overpass and putting it right back where it belonged on the Connellsville side of the floor. And the Panthers suddenly sitting pretty here with a 20-12 lead from the back row. Panthers woke up and took control of this match. Well, there's one lovely place block. The two-handed block by Kat Healy gets that side out and point back for Connellsville. But now the Panthers can trade points from here on out. That's just about what we can hope for. Caitlin Williams, the Connellsville serve. Short set, Casey Perriman, right into the shoulder. Well, that one came back. That was an awkward set again. Those sets are coming in way low for Connellsville. I don't quite know why they haven't fixed that problem. Panthers have an 8-point lead. It's 21-13. Set goes to 25. Maggie Sloy with a lovely topspin serve. Free ball for the Panthers. Rachel Broadland off the tip. Another free ball looks like. No, a little bit of power on it. Maggie Sloy dug it out of there. Madison Stromberg just top spinning it just in front of the back line. Madison Stromberg, not with power, but with guile, gets us a 9-point lead now at 22-13. Panthers in very nice shape. Little back set off the Panther block. Rachel Broadland, top spin number brought back by Heidi Janes. Free ball. Whoa, that was a nice play. Rachel Jones with a short set to Casey Perriman, but it went right into the Kat Healy block. Panthers still with a nice cushion at 22-14. Be nice if we get control of the point and the serve again just now. Madison Stromberg not with power, but keeping it alive in the middle set. Rachel Jones to Casey Perriman, but did not find the open floor. Nice little volley, back set to Rachel Broadland. Rescued by Caitlin Williams for the Lady Falcons. Another free ball, Lauren Williams bringing it back, and Madison Stromberg shoving the ball to keep it in play. Madison Stromberg from the 10-foot line, slicing just in front of Cassie Show. Madison Stromberg, 7 kills tonight. 7 different players with kills tonight, and the Panthers now with a 9-point lead at 23-14. And Casey Perriman on the serving line. 3 service aces already tonight for Casey. Top spin. And that will be another one. My goodness, it just fooled Caitlin Williams, and nobody ran to get it. 4 of those aces for Casey Perriman, and now the Panthers with 10 match points in hand. Any one of these finishes off tonight's Section 2 match and brings the Panthers to a 9-1 record, still undefeated in Section. Well, that's not going to do it. It comes a little bit wide. Casey's trying to be clever and get it on that sideline. Panthers still need just one of the next 9 points to carry this one away. Substitution, Molly Matthews. We've seen her come in for serving chores a good bit tonight. Molly Matthews, soft topspin serve, but not a soft return. Is actually into the block of Nikisa Solomon for Connellsville. They get another one. Panthers still lead by 8 match points in hand at 24-16. Back set, Rachel Broadland into the block and out, and that will do it. Just like the coach drew it up. The Lady Panthers coming on in set number 4. Victorious again in Section 2, 25-13, 19-25 as Connellsville took set number 2, and then the Panthers back with 25-18, and you just saw 25-16. The Panthers win 3-1. We're glad you stuck with us all night long for this telecast. I'm Kevin McGahey. Doug Williams helped out with the camera work all night, so thanks to him. And the Panthers victorious. Thanks for staying with us, everybody. Keep watching Upper St. Clair Volleyball. And how about everybody? Good night.